Yo, what's going on, guys? It is time for another reaction video. This is going to be another one from Ren, and it is called Dear God. Let's get straight into it.
Hello. It's Ren. I don't really know how to start this letter. Oh, fuck it. Is this life really what it seems? Cause lately I've been in this place between awakened dreams. I know I only reach out to you when I'm feeling blue. I promise I'm not using you, I'm just confused. I've got some questions I would like some answers to. Like, is there meaning to this state of short existence? My existential thoughts show hope there are, cause I'm resistant to thinking that there won't be something better in the distance. And God, is there an afterlife where pain is non-existent? If you're up there, God, do you sit upon a throne? Or are you a humble soul wearing sandals and tattered clothes? Do you mingle with the people like an equal? Then on Sundays just kick back and chill and put your feet up.
I like the kind of like the chill bassy beat, and then the pace at which he's kind of talking / rapping over it, and then the visuals in the background. I always find it interesting, like where he finds some of these video clips and stuff, and again, sometimes I come back to is it Ren that is coming up with some of these videos on his own? Because I know that some of them he's working with other people. But we'll see if there's any closing credits on this one that mentions anybody else. But it doesn't look like it, and there weren't any opening credits either. So, yeah, it's just an interesting take. I like, you know, like the old school looking television frame around it, and it just all kind of adds to his aesthetic and his style. But I'm gonna roll it back just a little bit because I'm kind of trying to pay attention to the message and the lyrics as well.
God, do you sit upon a throne, or are you a humble soul wearing sandals and tattered clothes? Do you mingle with the people like an equal? Then on Sundays just kick back and chill and put your feet up. Did I really choose this life that I'm living now? Will my sins be forgiven if I speak them out? I won't lie to you, God, if there is a heaven, I really hope I get there, cause for real it sounds like heaven. Reading past the lines, I just let go. Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin. So many questions in my mind, they replay like an echo. They never stop, my Messiah is porcelain. Dear God, why do people kill each other in your name? Is it really what you want, or have we lost our way? Cause it seems like religion can cause division, or people living in prisons of moral values they're given. What is right and what is wrong? Am I a sinner if I don't comply with everything that Moses said, or is that dumb? And why do people disguise hatred in your name? Homophobia, a history of violent wars and causing pain. High priests in the tower stacking riches, women burnt at the stakes called witches. In the name of God, Allah, Zeus, Jesus, people claiming lives justified by your allegiance. I think it's more complex than good versus evil. I think that there's both darkness and light inside people.
It's kind of interesting seeing this one after the first one that I ever did was High Ren. And the reason I say that is because the way he closes that one out, and throughout the lyrics on High Ren, he talks about the darkness and the light. And that the light, you know, the brightest light casts the biggest shadow, right? So it seems like, I don't know, perhaps maybe he was raised with some sort of church in his life, but then as an adult, maybe he questions some of it. And so he's asking the questions here throughout this song. If you're supposed to be good, why are so many things that are bad done in your name? So religion's a tough topic these days because you never want to offend anyone's beliefs, right? And you never want to push beliefs on someone else. But so the fact that he even did this song is kind of it's a risk as an artist, right? Because some people may appreciate what he's doing and some people may attack him for it. But the way he's approached it is a little different because he's asking the questions, and we'll see, we're still, you know, we still got a little bit less than half to go. So now he's asking a bunch of questions. Maybe he'll kind of wrap it up with maybe his thoughts on those questions, or maybe everything's just going to be an open-ended question. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I like it.
I think it's more complex than good versus evil. I think that there's both darkness and light inside people. Through different eyes, a man called a terrorist could be a freedom fighter if he's fighting for the side you're with. Reading past the lines, I just let go. Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin. So many questions in my mind, they replay like an echo. They never stop, my Messiah is porcelain.
So is it ignorant to claim that we know what you want? And if I fast for the Sabbath, is that what you want? Or is tradition just superstition, religion, a human vision just crafted out of people's ambition? Listen, I knew a girl that lost a baby before it was born. What's the purpose of that, God? What is it for? Why did my best friends die before I hit 25? Is it because there's something better in the afterlife? God, I've been feeling suicidal lately. Mental health is worsening, it feels like it might break me. If you're watching, you know that I've been strong. But God, how much longer do I have to hold on?
I think this song is from about 3 years ago. Let's see. Yeah, this was released 3 years ago. So this may be, again, a reference back to in High Ren, where he's like, oh, you're going to do another song about suicide. Maybe this is one of those references about that. I said this on his other song recently with suicide, you know, if you yourself are somebody that's having those types of thoughts and you think that you can't talk to somebody about it, try to reach out to a family or friend if you can. But if you're feeling that they may judge you for it and treat you differently for it, then go to one of the public help numbers or public service of some sort. Talk to a stranger about it, because maybe they can help put your mind at ease without you having to feel maybe the extra burden of a family member or a friend knowing. But it should definitely not be something you're ashamed of, right? And then on the flip side, if you have friends and family out there that you're concerned about, you should check on them. Don't let too much time get between the last time you spoke to somebody, especially if you think they may be going through a tough time. Make the extra effort, call them, reach out to them, drop in to say hello, send them a message, whatever, but keep in contact with them to make sure that they know that they're appreciated.
My best friends died before I hit 25. Is it because there's something better in the afterlife?
And then that line right there strikes a chord with me too, because the first time I lost somebody that was similar in age to me was when I was about 10 or 11 years old. One of my neighbors passed away. And then in the 6th grade, which here in the US, you're about maybe 11 or 12 years old, was the first time I experienced someone my age committing suicide, one of my classmates. And every year thereafter, all the way till now, I've lost somebody. And in some years, I've lost as many as 10 and 12 people in a single year. And it's weird to think about, you know, like some people that I'm close friends with say, you know, like, how can you know so many people have passed away? And I think it's strange myself. Even my parents have commented on it. And the only thing I can attribute that to is that my circle of friends and the people I know is a really, really, really big circle of people. Like, not that they're all one circle of friends. Over the years, I've developed a lot of different friend groups, and those friend groups can be really big. And so it comes down kind of, I guess you could say, and it's sad to say this, but like a numbers game, you know, so statistically, certain amount of people are going to pass away in a certain amount of ways. So if you know a lot of people, the statistics are likely to be higher for you, right? If you know a lot of people, you're going to know a lot of people that pass away. You're going to know a lot of people that go through things. And I know this is kind of off topic of the song, but since they're talking about losing so many people by the age of 25, and for me, by the age of 25, maybe 6 or 8 people I know had already taken their own life, and probably 20, 25 people I knew that were my age. I'm not talking about older people who pass away of old age, but people my age at that time. So 20 to 25 people I had already known that passed away. It possibly might even be more. But I start to lose kind of track, unfortunately. but yeah, so I can feel the pain when he's saying some of these things. Death is not easy. Even though I've lost a lot of people over the years, it never gets easier. It's like, I just hope that like it could slow down the number of people within one calendar year, instead of increasing, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So you just have to learn to work through it. So I don't know. I'm kind of rambling at this point, and I'm not trying to go so deep in emo here, but I guess the main thing I'm trying to say is it's something that's always in the back of my mind is how my friends and family are doing, and to make a conscious effort to reach out to people, especially if you think they may be battling something that's difficult for them. So always keep everybody in mind, even if you get busy, reach out to people.
God, I've been feeling suicidal lately. Mental health is worsening, it feels like it might break me. If you're watching, you know that I've been strong, but God, how much longer do I have to hold on? Please just give me some solace, so that I know you've got my back. Please just give me some relief. God, is that too much to ask?
Man, I feel similar to that one. Like, I think this one was a little bit more emotional for me than even the suicide song was. The suicide one was definitely sad and emotional, and it's where he's talking about the dealings of his friend having taken his own life, jumping off the bridge, and he couldn't be there to stop him from doing it. But this one, the first time I watched anything from Ren, it was Hi Ren, and it got suggested to me on a video from Harry Max. So I went into it thinking it was going to be some sort of, I don't know, just some sort of like a fun rap song. I had no idea because I'd never heard anything from Ren. I never heard about Ren. And so initially he starts playing the guitar and like, you know, similar reaction that just everybody has, right? And then he starts singing the melodic singing there, and then he goes into the rap and then the lyrics, and then he closes it out with the spoken word. And I just remember at the end of that video, like, it moved me, and like it left me with like an appreciation, but also a sadness. And that song, Hi Ren, it stayed with me for days. Like, I could, like, even after I finished reacting to that video and I shut off the camera, the whole rest of that night, I kept thinking about the lyrics and the performance and the way that he did it and how it moves you, right? And then the following day, it was kind of like when I woke up, it was the first thing I was thinking about again, and it just stuck with me for days, for like weeks. It was constantly in the back of my mind. And then I watched a few other people do reactions to it, and from I've watched it myself a couple dozen times already, just because every time I listen to it, I find something else in the lyrics that I didn't catch the first time around, because when I watched it the first time, I didn't know what I was watching, right? Like, I didn't know what I was going into. Had I known what I was going into, I would have been more clear mind and mentally prepared for what I was about to watch, right? And that's kind of how I feel about this one. Like, I could tell from the title that, okay, this one might be a little deeper, right? But the lyrics, the message here, it's heartfelt. You can tell he's really being vulnerable in this song. He's really letting you know how he feels. He's really letting people know what he's battling. So again, I know that I've talked a lot in this one, and I think I'm kind of semi-rambling, but it's because I'm trying to, I don't really know how to say what I'm trying to say, I guess, is the problem. Just check on folks, you don't want to be somebody who experiences lots of death. It's not a fun place to be. So if there's anything you can do to help people not end up in a place like that, do your part as much as you can, and be there for people. Just be kind to people. Be willing to listen to people, even if it's strangers and it seems like somebody's like having a rough day or something. Just give them a compliment, tell them hello, say something nice to them, So comment below. Let me know if you've ever dealt with any of these types of situations that I've been talking about, or like what he's mentioning in the song. And maybe comment below some encouraging words for people and some random acts of kindness. What are some random acts of kindness that people can do for other people? Tell me that in the comments. If you are new here, you want to see more reactions from me, be sure to subscribe. If you like my reaction to this one, give it a thumbs up. And stick around to the end of the video. I do have a playlist called The Reniverse, and it's all things Ren related. So all his projects and any of the artists he's featured, I'm putting all of those reactions in one place. So check that out if you care to. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.